Um, we're going to talk about a certain user named Sabishii. She became one of my friends back in 2017. I was a fan of Yandere Simulator back then. So I met her on Instagram. Then back then she would constantly ask me to make models for her, but that I kind of did that when I was in training, even though I'm busy. She would always ask me, by the way. Then in 2018, that's where I met two of our high school friends named Bree and Jane Madison MMD. So in 2 years, the three of them, became my best friends along with other people. Then in 2019, that's where things escalated quickly. That back then, Sabishii asked me if I could ship myself with her IRL self Piper. If you look at the screen, that is. So I let it slide. I agreed with the ship, but to be honest, I don't know how to feel about that until I met someone else whom I will go by the name Wally. So Wally told me that he was Sabishii's boyfriend. Then we became good friends. And back in Amino, Sabishii, Wally, and I were played until Wally told me his exact same age, that he's 14 and Sabishii was 18 that time. I didn't know that was clearly wrong. Then after some time, Wally and Sabishii broke up for obvious reasons. Sabishii cheated on Wally with another boy, by the way. Then, while the Shiox Piper ship is ongoing, there's a certain user named Galaxy-kun who told me that Sabishii has another boyfriend named Bonbon. So that's the reason I ended the ship Shiox Piper. And that's where the Shiox main ship started, which I'm happy about it. I'm happy with my OC. Then in 2020, when I met the UWR family, they told me that Sabishii has done a lot of terrible things, as well as grooming a minor who was once 15, which is one of my friends. I was terribly shocked until I knew about the situation about Jane Madison and MD in 2022. Like, Sabishii and I became friends again after what happened between me and Faksha, one of my ex-friends. So Sabishii and I became friends again. Then Sabishii would constantly rant about Jane back in my server. Then one of my server members told her to stop, but she wouldn't listen. I honestly had enough of her. Like, Sabishii would constantly rant about her exes as well, which I deliberately told her to shut up. Until I discovered the truth about Sabishii by one of my friends, that Jane is not actually a bad person. Sabishii is. I believe that the fake Jane account that called me certain names was made by Sabishii herself. Okay, like, Sabishii, when will you learn how to stop this madness? Jane is already telling the truth about you honestly. And for the minors that Sabishii groomed, I'm sorry that happened to you. You did not deserve this. Especially the closest friend of mine, Wally, who was 14 when he dated Sabishii. I know nothing sexual happened between Wally and Sabishii, but I admit Sabishii tried to get sexual with me as well in the roleplay, private roleplay. That's it's really disgusting. And again, to the minors that Sabishii groomed, you did not deserve this. I'm sorry that happened to you. And Sabishii, if you're seeing this video, please stop the madness. Stop making yourself the victim. You're honestly making yourself look like a fool. And if you say that the grooming allegations are true, then fuck you. There are obviously screenshots of said minors that I will show in the screen, and their names are censored. So, if you try denying all this shit, then you have no chance. I honestly had enough talking. I honestly had enough of Sabishii talking about my friends in a shitty way. I legit had enough of her making herself the victim, especially when she linked the quote unquote my side of the story thingy. Okay, that's it for the video. This is Shio signing out, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.